Hello, welcome to the Horton sourdough show. LMAO. I will think of something better once I really get into this. But today I have my sourdough. Its name is Frankie. Frankie has been with me since it's been a month. It's officially been 1 month since having Frankie, and he is very strong, as you can see here. We were dealing with some alcohol flavoring smells because I am dumb about feeding some days. So I'm trying to fix that right now. That's what we're kind of in the middle of it. Jesus Christ. I fed this morning. Okay, so alcohol. Woo. Okay, so I'm just gonna discard into this like little plastic bag that I have right here because I'm gonna throw it out. But you can come onto my discard. Kind of what we're looking like on the plastic. So like there's lots of activity, which is good. My sourdough is definitely very active. And I'm just trying to get rid of that. I'm gonna make bread on my next day off, which is Monday. At my scale, weighed out to 0, 0, 0. And I'm gonna grab my flour. I'm also gonna change the lid because the lid's getting a little ick. So these are both gonna go. Before I go into the sink, I like to wipe mine down with a paper towel to get all the extra like dough off so it doesn't go down my sink. So I'm just gonna do that with both of these and try to get off as much as possible. And here I'm gonna wipe the lid of my jar, and then I'll pop a cap on loosely and say goodnight to my sourdough. Okay, welcome back. It's the next day, and I'm going to weigh out my flour to water ratio. I swapped my jar for a clean one. I didn't show that, unfortunately, because I was a little bit busy this morning. But I fed my starter a 1 to 50-50 flour to water ratio using grams. And then I mixed it up until it was like a semi-thick-ish pancake batter. You can kind of see here it almost gets a little bit doughy, but I keep mixing it to get all that flour incorporated. And then once it's the consistency I want, I'll just kind of clean off my spoon. I like to also clean my jar, so I'll give it a good old scrape. And then once I am done with that, I will go ahead and mark my sourdough with a rubber band. And now we wait another 12 hours. Here you can see I'm just kind of showing you some of the activity in the jar. Alrighty, welcome back. We are doubled. We're gonna make some dough. So I actually ran out of starter tonight while I was making my dough, as you can kind of see in my video. So I didn't have exactly 187 grams. I ended up using about 160 grams of starter, but my dough seems to be pretty happy regardless. So, yeah, I normally try to follow measurements, but hey, sometimes you run out of starter. So here I'm mixing my starter and water in my bowl before I add in all of my other ingredients. I ended up doing 6 cups as my conversion rate because my scale's not big enough. Anyway, here I am weighing out my 15 grams of salt. Then we're gonna mix it all together. And once my dough has gotten into like a shaggy sort of consistency, we'll go ahead and cover it with a shower cap and wait 30 minutes. So while I'm waiting my 30 minutes, I'm gonna feed my starter. As you can see, I was left with pretty much little to nothing. So I'm gonna do a smaller feed than I normally would, meaning I'm gonna do about 1 part starter and then 20 grams of flour and 20 grams of water. And again, here I just kind of mix it until I get the consistency that I want. I go for a thicker sort of sourdough consistency. I feel like it helps feed my starter a little bit better. But yep, here we'll just mix it up and you'll see it kind of turns into like a dough at first, and then the more we mix, the more it gets into like that pancake sort of consistency, which is what we want. So after it's been about a half an hour, we're gonna do our first set of stretch and folds. So as you see, I'm pulling the dough and then I'm squishing it in the middle, doing a rotation of about 90 degrees. And then I'll let my dough sit for about 30 minutes and do another set of stretch and folds. So I'll pull the dough, push it down into the middle, rotate it, and then pull it and repeat until I've gone around the bowl. And I'll do this about, I'll do a total of like 4 sets, depending on how my dough's looking. Alright, so after my last set of stretch and folds, this is what my dough is currently looking like. We are now going to let it bulk ferment for about 5 or 6 hours, and then we'll come back to it in a bit.
6 hours later.
Holy shit. Alright, so first I'm going to flour my surface. And then I will lightly tap my bowl to get my sourdough to come out of the bowl. And as you can see, I kind of scraped the bowl because I wanted some of the extra dough that was in there. Because no waste on this loaf, not on this batch. So anyway, I'm gonna split my starter up into 5 different sections. And I split one like prior to bulk fermenting, but I didn't show that on camera. So anyway, here I am just stretching my dough into a square, and then we are gonna add our first batch of inclusions, which is going to be dried blueberries and sugar. And so I just poured a little bit of sugar on top of the dried blueberries, and then I just kind of did my threefold and rolled it up. And as I'm doing my threefold, I'm adding more sugar and blueberries, and then I'm going to roll it up like it's a cinnamon roll, and then we're gonna do the pull into a roll. I don't know exactly what you call this part, but I made a little dough ball out of my stuff by rolling it around towards me on the counter, and then I floured my surfaces, and into the fridge that batch goes. My second batch that I'm going to make is a overnight espresso flavored loaf. My significant other really wanted to try this, so we're gonna see how it goes. This is like a little test loaf of it. It did get a little bit sticky on me as I was adding in the inclusions and doing the dough balling part. So I did add a little bit of extra flour to the container and on top of the dough ball on this one. And then I tossed it into the fridge. Okay, so like I said, you guys saw me split it up into 5 batches, so I'm trying a couple different inclusion flavors today. This third one is going to be a cheddar and jalapeno flavor. So I wasn't quite sure how to do this. I didn't follow a recipe. I just kind of winged it. So I just cut my cheddar up into like little cubes. And as you can see, I got the like whole bar because I didn't want to get the pre-cubed ones because I know that they have like a weird like covering on the outside. Anyway, I dried out my jalapeno slices with a paper towel prior to putting them into my dough because I didn't want any of the pickling juice to like soak up into the dough and make it weird. So you can see I'm just kind of drying it out with a paper towel as I add in my inclusions, and I didn't quite cut up enough cheese, so I'm cutting up some more cheese. And as you can see, when I do the like roll up on this one, my cheese starts to explode, and I also have like jalapeno that had exploded as well, so that was kind of fun. But we're gonna flour the container and the dough ball and stick it into the fridge. And my fourth one, I think I just did a regular loaf, like because I need another small loaf of bread. But anyway, the whole reason why I decided to do 6 loaves was because for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna make like 24 little balls of sourdough. So this is like my early prep to try and figure out how I'm going to store and bake all of those loaves, essentially. So I figured I'd take you along for the little process of it. Anyway, for this last loaf, I was originally going to do like a cinnamon crunch flavor, but I forgot to buy cinnamon crunch at the store. So I ended up just throwing some everything seasoning into it, and we're going to see how that turns out. So I floured the surface and the dough ball and the little container and stuck it in the fridge. You are all probably wondering, what about my starter though? So I'm not gonna bake for a while, so I was trying to do some research on what I was gonna do to save my sourdough, and I came across this lady. I'll try to like link her somewhere, like right here, but she takes like a small amount of her starter, and I just took the starter that I had that was doubled, so it was like probably about like here or so, and I decided to make like essentially a dough ball out of it, and so I just added more flour than water, and so like as you can see, I kind of have like a dough ball consistency in here instead of like a normal starter sort of consistency. And all that this does is it allows your starter to eat your flour at a slower rate when you put it in the fridge, so it takes it a longer time to like eat it and double and do all the good things. So I'm gonna stick it in the fridge and we'll see how it goes. So here I'm just scoring all of my bread bowls. roughly after I pulled them out of the fridge. And as you can see, I'm using a random utility knife that I have. I promise it's clean. I just bought it specifically for sourdough. I made a little Jack Skellington as my redemption. It did not turn out very well, but that's a different time for a different day. Anyway, so I'm gonna put these into a pan, and I actually didn't use my Dutch oven today. I used a pan with like a cookie sheet over top of it, and it actually worked pretty well. So you'll see that here in this video. And then I used the plain sourdough loaf for a bread bowl, and yeah. Okay. Here's the video of me cutting open a loaf, because I know if I don't, somebody's gonna yell at me. I'm gonna save this one for my husband's work tomorrow. So we're gonna cut my loaf open, which is a cinnamon chocolate that you guys did not watch me bake, but this was my 6th loaf, so let's see how it turns out. Okay. The bottom's burnt, so I know that's part of the reason why I didn't bake, but okay. Ooh, it's got like a nice cinnamon swirl. That's actually like a really nice loaf. And like the breadcrumbing is really, really nice. Like, oh my god, look at how beautiful that looks. The cinnamon, the chocolate. Oh, I can't wait to eat that in the morning. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe for more content. And don't forget to cover your sourdough at the end of the night. Love you guys. Good night.